Hello, I'm here to share with you my flawless skin prep for my foundation. And the first thing I like to do is cleanse my skin with some micellar cleansing water. This is just going to get off any sweat, impurities that may have built up until the point for me getting ready to put on my foundation. Now I'm using some Clinique Gel as a moisturizer. Clinique is always known for their skincare products. So I like to use this. I use the gel because I have pretty combination to oily skin. They do have a lotion as well, which I like to use the lotion for my dry skin clients. And I just rub that all over. You can get it at Sephora for about $5. This is a Smashbox primer that I'm using. This one is the pore minimizing primer. The other works just fine, but for me, because I have acne scarring, kind of opened up large pores, I like to use this one, the pore minimizing one, just because it works better for me, in my opinion. Now once I have that done, it's time to color correct. I used to use a orange corrector first and then apply this on top, but then I realized that was a step that I didn't necessarily need. So I'm just now going straight in with this is Black Opal Truly Topaz stick foundation. I'm just using this to correct those areas that I have some hyperpigmentation, some acne scarring, and doing this is going to help my foundation show and appear even all over my face as far as the color. Some people, you may notice, have a gray cast or show a different color underneath their foundation. Is because when your skin is a different color, the foundation is going to show up different. So this is just my way of evening out my skin tone before I apply my foundation. Works really well for me. Using a Real Techniques concealer brush to just kind of buff that out. So around my mouth and under my eyes is my main areas. Once I have all that put on my face, now I'm taking some rose water and I'm spraying my face just to hydrate it a little bit before I go in with my foundation. The foundation that I'm using is from MAC. It's the Studio Fix and it's NC47. This is the best foundation for my skin. I mentioned it, I think, a while ago, maybe in a live video, but how the Maybelline Fit Me, for whatever reason, I believe that was breaking me out. So I don't know if they changed the formula or what. I used to be able to wear it no problem, but lately I have not been able to wear it. And so yeah, the only one that I can wear and don't have any problems with my skin as of right now is MAC. I don't foresee myself changing it just because who wants to, risk trying something new. And you can see I messed up my eyebrow there. Who wants to risk trying something new and breaking out? So I just like to pat my foundation. I don't do a lot of rubbing or swiping because I find that leaves your foundation streaky. So I don't do that. Here I'm using a drugstore concealer. This is the Maybelline Age Rewind. I love this concealer. Like, I really like it. Ever since I picked it up, I just have been going for it. And as you can see, I'm just highlighting under my eyes, forehead, down my nose. And I'm taking this Eco Tools sponge, perfecting blend, I think sponge or something like that it's called, but using that to blend out my highlighted areas. The shade of that highlight was caramel, I believe. Yeah, it was caramel from Maybelline Age Rewind. And I love this sponge. Like, I used to be against sponges, and sometimes I don't always use them, but when I do, it's going to be this one. It's just a favorite of mine. And as you can see, I put a little bit of highlight on my jawline, just trying something different. I didn't really like how it turned out, but I always like to try different things. And this is another drugstore product. This is the Maybelline Superstay Foundation Stick. Not sure of the shade on this one. I want to say it's Mocha, but I'll put it in the description box so you guys will know. And I'm just going through sides of my nose, temples, of course that jaw, and I like to try different products when I can. This little tip here going underneath is going to actually help disguise that double chin action or that extra meat that's under there. I also like to do, you know, a cupid's bow, make it look a little more defined, as well as underneath my lip. Kind of gives it more of a pouty look, to put a shadow there with the concealer. So now I'm just using the tip of that Eco Tools blender and just blending out the sides of my nose. I don't like a very harsh nose contour. It's just not natural for me. I don't have like any issues with the size of my nose to where I would contour it a whole lot, so I'm fine with it. And now I'm just blending out that contour shade. When I do my, you know, baby hairs or whatever, I just blend right on top of that. Now I am a little bit careful because I don't want to mess it up or loosen it up with going on top of it with the blender, but I just apply my product right on in there because when I take my makeup off, that area gets somewhat washed anyway, so I don't really, you know, not really too concerned about product getting there. So now that I have that done, I am now going to go in and spray my face, and this is the MAC, of course, Fix Plus. Spray, spray, spray. I love to spray my face. I'm telling you, it just makes a world of a difference when it comes to your foundation. And I'm taking my foundation brush that I use. There's not any extra product on it or anything like that. And I'm just taking that to help press that setting spray into my skin. So it kind of blends everything in together, mattifies it a little bit. Works really well. I found, you know, doing this actually helps prevent that cakey look when it comes to, you know, the overall look. Now I'm going in with my favorites, which is the Loreal powder, as well translucent powder, as well as the Sacha Buttercup. I mixed the two and it is bomb. I like to set under my eyes first. I've been getting more sleep, so I don't have a whole lot of wrinkles and puffy eyes, but just with age, you know, that kind of thing happens. So I'm setting all of those areas. I'm taking not a lot of powder, really just a little bit, enough to set the product. I don't want to bake or anything like that. I just don't feel the need to bake. And here I'm going to cut my jaw with a wedge and the Sacha Buttercup powder. It's actually a mix, but I like to do a little bit more Sacha when it comes to this particular part. And it just helps define that contour. So as you can see, kind of see where the contour starts. It's like a darkness and then a lightness. So I really like doing this when it comes to my foundation. If anybody has any wedges that they get that are really good, let me know. The ones I use are kind of just from Walmart. Sometimes they tear a little easy. So now I'm going to contour or powder my contour areas, and I'm using Soft Sable. This is also another drugstore product from Loreal, and I just use an angled brush, and I like to swipe it first down my cheek and then blend it out. It works better for me to kind of have that placement there and then blend it. And I like to blend it in an upward motion. I don't want to go down too far. I want to blend it up, as well as my forehead area. You want to just bring that color back to your skin. Bring the dimension in the shade. And then I also apply this to my nose. Also the area underneath my chin. Anywhere I applied that contour Maybelline shade, I'm going right back over it with the powder to set it in place. I'm using a Real Technique brush here. I don't know the name of this one, but it is a Real Techniques brush. It comes in a set, I believe, of about 4 brushes. And spraying again, because I put that powder down. I don't want to look cakey. So this is setting that powder into my skin. And I'm still going to take that same brush, and this is the little fan. You guys, this fan is so handy. I got it from Amazon, and I take it with me everywhere. All of my makeup appointments. I had a couple weddings this year that were outside, and it came just in major handy to have it. It's portable and nice. So now I'm going to set everything in place, and this is Mineralized Skin Finish. I believe this is dark, the shade Dark from MAC. And I don't put a lot on, I just kind of tap it on just to kind of set everything. And I do it all over. Now it's time to glow. I wanted to do something a little more natural, so I just went in with this bronzer from Milani. The name of it will be in the description box below. But with this one, it's just a really nice, soft, natural glow. This isn't like a nighttime glow for the gods. This is more of just everyday type of makeup look. So I wanted more of a natural glow, and this gave it to me, definitely. It's one of my favorites for natural, natural looks. I decided I did want to go in with some blush. And if you've been watching, you know I love blush. I am a blusher, but I do not like to look, like a clown. I always like to look nice and rosy. Now, if you find you did go in and it's a little harsh, you can always blend it out a little bit using the same foundation brush that you used before. So yeah, this is the skin, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. If you did, leave me a comment below, like, and subscribe. Lipstick kisses.